Having derived its maiden name from the longest river in Kenya, Tana River County boasts of its diversity in culture and its hospitable people. Farming and pastoralism are the major economic activities practiced by an approximate 1.2 million populace here, who directly or indirectly bank on the 1,000-kilometer stretch of water to fend for their families, an inevitable state of affairs brewed by unreliable rainfall and persistent drought.
Eneo letu kuna ukame mwingi, kuna shida ya njaa.
The Pokomos, Olmas and Wardesis remain the major tribes that have coexisted for a long time despite several tribal clashes sparked by the scramble for the scarce natural resources.
Kila siku baada ya wiki tutakuwa na ng'ombe yako amechinjwa. Tumeandika dura na mazungu tumeandika. Yes. Imechinjwa na nyama yake naenda kichwa na tumbo liko hapo. Na hakuna mtu akusikia kitu.
Jamani naomba tu msamaha. Jamani sio mimi sijasema kitu. Lakini nyinyi watu wa Tana nyinyi peace committee mmewatolea macho. Hakuna kitu mmefanya. Kwa sababu vita inapoanza ni lazima kwenda mtu wa kumgawa.
A 2009 census would attribute that over 240,000 estimated population are served with a 500 million cubic meters flow of annual rainfall. However, it seems that it does not quench their living standards. Despite the availability of the adequate commodity right at their doorstep, the infestation of crocodiles and hippos, not to mention the flooding occurrences, are just but a reflection of the myriad of challenges that the residents grapple with by the day. Deep in the indigenous locale stands Wenje village, a humble home to over 100,000 locals. Poverty beckons at every corner. Over the years, upstream floods wash away the residents' crops planted along the riverbanks, a state of affairs that continues to induce losses. The dry seasons add salt to wounds as crops fail to yield, as livestock die of hunger. This dire state has further accelerated the rate of school dropouts in the region, killing the prosperous dreams of many. Fear lurks at every corner of the banks. The man-eaters at the river continue to pose as a threat to the residents. Women and children going about their daily chores are the most affected lot, not to mention the havoc on crops by hippos. The sun sets every day as the people of Wenje yearn for a savior to put an end to their tribulations. Meet Father Peter Ndegwa, a sound of reason for religion to Wenje village. His arrival at the Wenje Parish years ago has warmed the lives of many as they look up to him not only for spiritual nourishment but in social impediments as well. Carrying their tribulations at heart, he decided to be a voice of reason, taking a leap of faith to help his flock. Driven by the dire need of a permanent solution, Father Peter Ndegwa knocked on international donors' doors who would not hesitate to heed to his appeal.
Every year, the Irish government gave $15.5 million to missionaries overseas, and there's 90 organisations that can apply for that funding. Now, the Spiritans are one of the 90 organisations that applied for that funding. In the past, it was only ever supporting Irish missionaries, but we're here today in Wenje and we're supporting the indigenous people here. So now we're predominantly working with indigenous Spiritans, not Spiritans just from Ireland anymore. Out of the 90 members, 2 of those are sending agencies and the rest are missionary organisations. Now, if the missionaries weren't here in Wenje, there would be no support to the community here, because we're really only filling in a gap until the government can actually work with the communities.
Missean Carra, a non-profit, non-governmental organization from Ireland, was their answered prayer. Funds will be injected to see the realization of solar-generated water pumping machine, the third of its kind across the county. The past projects have seen Maroni and Marere villages become bread baskets of the county.
We have now completed the third irrigation scheme in Wenje here. We had started with the Maroni irrigation scheme. We did Makere, and in these schemes we have committees, the irrigation committees, the water committees. We have farmers formed into groups. These groups also have committees, and all these committees are now functioning, and because of that the project is now getting quite sustainable.
The once barren farms now boast of a harvest of produce like tomatoes, watermelons, maize and other food crops, all under the irrigation program.
This time they have done me proud. I'm happy.
Davis and Shalef are among different stakeholders who are joining hands to see the successful completion of the much-awaited project.
This time round, the farm is about 2.5 kilometers from the river, so it required a bigger pump with which will be capable of taking that water from the river to the farm. So the objective of the project was to be able to get water which will be enough to suffice the farmers with an area of 30 acres for food production. This will ensure that there will be food security in that particular area, which is Wenje, as well as providing job for the people of around that area.
Shipping of the equipment, digging into the ground, grinding and cutting of metals, welding of the metals and cementing them to the ground would later follow. This is a 2 weeks involving process for the contractors and the locals.
Majembe yanapogongana shambani, kumbe ndio kuiva. Ndio leo utaongea juu ya tete. Tungana sana hapa, lakini sisi tulikuwa tunataka kufaulu. Ni shukrani. Hata mimi ningependa kusema asante sana.
I'm very happy. I've seen the work that the Spiritans are doing here in Wenje, and I'm really happy with the work. And it is only a stepping stone until the government can come in and actually support the communities.
We are very grateful for Missean Carra for supporting this project, and we request that they may continue supporting this community so that it can be both water and food secure.
Joy buried deep in their bosoms, an end to decades of life's hurdles, can only be expressed through song and dance from the residents of Wenje village.